What's up, gang? Hey man, this video is a little bit all over the place, but it is a good one. There are a lot of gold nuggets, so make sure you watch this to the very end. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, if you have not done so already, join the CLG community. 7-day free trial. Link is in the comments. Link is in the description. All of my work is in there. Nothing is hidden. Nothing is scattered all around. Oh, I got this course and this course. This nope. It's all in the CLG. Help you become elite sooner rather than later. Tech scripts. Basically everything that you need to process. Everything that you need in order to be better with women sooner rather than later. And without further ado, let's just jump right into this video.
Nah, it was nice talking, but I gotta go, alright?
Oh, okay. Alright, well, don't ghost me, okay?
Yeah, nah, I won't ghost you.
Okay, alright, bye.
Alright, yeah, fuck up my phone.
What, bro, you gonna stick with this girl, right?
Bro, no, are you fucking crazy? You think I'm gonna settle for a girl?
What you mean? Bro, you went up to her and asked for her number in IG. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I already got what I wanted from her. I'm done with that, bro.
You was just holding her hand in public, going on dates with her, bro.
You know how many girls I did that to this year?
How many?
356, and it's going up.
Holy shit, bro.
Yeah.
Are you a villain, bro? Why would you do that to these girls?
Why would I do that to these girls?
Why?
Why?
Yes, bro.
Do you know what happened to me?
What, bro? I don't know.
Back in middle school.
Right.
It started all in 5th grade. Recess time. I was dating this girl for 3 days.
What, bro?
And then I see her with another man.
Okay,
My
bro.
best friend.
You're 27 years old talking about a girl in 5th grade. Bro.
Okay, I never moved on from that. The next day of that same 5th grade day, I went up to her, I wrote her a love letter. She ripped it to shreds and hugged him.
Bro, he probably just was faster than you in jogging
So
club,
now I
bro.
don't give a fuck. I crack every bitch, and if they got a man, I do it in front of them because I don't got no feelings.
All because a girl in 5th grade you dated for like 3 days.
Bro, you can't trust hoes, bro.
Bro,
You
what?
can't trust no girl, bro. I don't trust my mom. I don't trust your sister. I don't trust my dog because it's a girl.
Your dog? What the fuck your dog do, bro? What?
It's a girl.
Bruh, that is the funniest damn video I've seen in a long time, bro. Shout out to whoever that guy is. But yeah, man, that's funny as hell. You know what I mean? I feel like he taking shots at me personally and like you know, a few CLG members, but hey man, it is what it is, man. If you can't laugh at yourself every now and again, then I mean, who are you? You feel me? But obviously that's the extreme version of, you know, the stuff he talking about. But there are a lot of truths in there. You feel me? That's the reason I wanted to play that, because at the end of the day, man, a lot of times when guys, you know, really start opening up or really start becoming the men that they truly want to be, usually it happens after a severe heartbreak. You know what I mean? Because I mean, it happened to Hugh Hefner. It happened to a lot of guys, actually. It's a lot of guys' stories where, you know, ignorance is bliss. You know, you believe everything that's told to you. You believe the fairy tale lies. You believe everything, and then you find you a girlfriend and you fall in love and you think it's gonna be happily ever after. And sometimes for some people it is. You know, sometimes for some people, the girl that they found in middle school or high school or whatever the case is, you know what I mean? It just, you know, he never catches her cheating, you know, and they live all the way to the end of time. I'm not saying that that's impossible. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm not the person to tell you that it's impossible. If you found a good girl who just was raised right and just don't have that hoe in her, and she ain't around hoe ass friends, and she ain't trying to slang that goddamn coochie, it's possible, right? What are the chances? In my opinion, slim to none, but it is possible. You get what I'm trying to say? For example, if I was in that ignorance, like ignorance is bliss, meaning that what you don't know, you don't know. Like you know what I mean? Like you just go through life, you don't know nothing, bro. You know what I mean? Your nose wide open, whatever the case is. What happened with me, though, is like, when it happened the first time with me, I still was like, you know, maybe it was just that girl, you know. Maybe it was just that particular girl. Maybe that particular girl that I dated. And maybe it's the fact that I was born in Florida, because these girls in Florida is on demon time. But talking to the CLG guys, most girls in most states is on demon time. Let's just call it what it is. Like, no matter, they got girls in Minnesota that's on demon time, and the Midwest is supposed to have psychologically the best girls, and they still be moving crazy. You get what I'm trying to say? So the Canada got girls on demon time, like girls on demon time in every country. I mean, I got people in other countries, everything. The majority of girls is on demon time. Let's just put it like that. The majority girls is actually on demon time, like on some real stuff. They might sound sweet, they might act sweet. The majority of girls is on demon time. But is there a possible scenario where you're ignorant, you don't know anything, you believe what the media tell you, your nose is wide open, you believe in monogamy, you believe in all this stuff, and is it possible that you happen to run across a good girl at that time and she believes everything that you believe, and you know, even though you might be obsessed with the girl and you are overly in love with her, and she probably doesn't have high respect for you, out of the way she was raised and the discipline and the character of that girl, she may not cheat. You get what I'm trying to say? But with social media, she still may cheat. I don't even know, man. Nowadays, we just in a different world. Maybe if you ignorant, you in love, you got her on the pedestal, damn, social media done fucked it up. Cause she gonna find somebody, bro. Somebody gonna get at her, bro. Somebody gonna get at her. And everything that you aren't, if the guy is somewhat of a CLG guy, she gonna test it out, bro. Something gonna happen, bro. She gonna test it out for the most part. You know what I mean? But back in the day, I think that was less likely because social media wasn't around. You know, like they only knew the people in their little city. You know, everybody was, you know what I mean? She knew everybody. She ain't like none of those guys. She liked you the most. You know what I mean? She don't really got the highest respect for you, but at the end of the day, she ain't gonna step out on you. So maybe in one of those rare scenarios, right? But here's the way I'll tell you. This is what I'll tell you. If you want to live life based off of the rare scenario possibility of something, good luck. And what I mean by that, if somebody gave you a parachute and they say, hey, bruh, it's like a 80% chance this thing is not going to open, would you still jump out of that goddamn plane? And I'm talking about the plane is actually in the air. I'm not talking about the plane is on the ground. I'm talking about like the plane is actually hundreds of thousands of feet in the air. Would you still jump out of that plane if the guy gave you a parachute? Be like, hey man, this parachute is hit or miss, bruh. And it ain't 50-50. It's like 80-20. You know what I mean? Would you still take that risk? Me personally, it happened to me back to back, right? It happened to me 14, and I tried to shrug it off. You feel me? Like, I'm like, oh, nah, you know, maybe it was just that one girl, whatever the case is, you know what I mean? I'm still going to overly love my next girl. Overly love my next girl, same shit happened. Went to turn my care down, start being selfish, moving to me to my own drum. All of a sudden, girls is falling in love with me. All of a sudden, girls is following me around. All of a sudden, girls is giving me money. All of a sudden, girls keep hitting me up. All of a sudden, they can't stop bothering me. You get what I'm trying to say? Girls are obsessed with me. Like, once you become CLG, even when I was trying to go back to Loverboy for a little bit, or thought I was too cold, right? Like, you get out of college or whatever the case is, you run through everything, then you get in the real world, and you start, because I started listening to YouTube. See, in college, I just was fucking all the time. And I was doing a lot of schoolwork. I didn't really have a lot of time to look at YouTube and stuff like that in college. I was fucking, doing schoolwork, playing football. High school, I was fucking, schoolwork, football. I ain't have a lot of time. So when I got into the real world, I'm like, oh, let me look at some dating shit. And though the advice was that Loverboy shit, no results. Bro, it was so bad. Like, I don't even know how to tell you guys this shit, bro. This is painful. When I started listening to RSD, all these little raggedy ass little companies, bro, I was talking to probably thousands of women, bro. I was going out every day. I was talking to women all the motherfucking time, all types of shit in my spare time. And I went through it for like a few months or whatever the case is, and I'm like, bro, this can't be it. No, it's more than a few months. It was like, no, I didn't make it to a year, because I wasn't that damn dumb. But it was months. You feel me? It was months. I went to their little seminar. I flew down to Miami, tried to learn from them, bro. When I no. By the time I went to their seminar, I already threw away their shit. Like, I was like, man, this shit ain't working, bro. I already threw away this shit. Because when I went to the seminar, I cracked 3 girls when I was in Miami in 3 fucking days. That's because I threw that shit away. I was like, man, fuck this shit. But I still went to their seminar just because I think I bought the tickets to like a long time ago when I was still in that phase or whatever the case is. And I remember the guys. Now, this is the crazy part. I remember all the guys in that room. It was a massive seminar. It was a bunch of people that showed up there. Bro, none of those guys was getting pussy, bro. None of them. Like, bro, like 0. Like, that's how bad it was, bro. It was like 0 of those dudes getting fucking pussy, bro. And it was a room packed. Like, they was like, hey, man, anybody got laid? Like, I remember RSD Max was on the stage. Did anybody get laid? I raised my hand, and he was like, yeah, man, tell us how it went. I'm like, bro, I got laid the last 3 days. You feel me? Like, each day. And then my boy that was winging with me, he was like, nah, he ain't lying, bro. Like, we was like walking down South Beach. He'll talk to one, he'll pull her. He'll talk, and we was walking at night, because we stay out all day, all night. It was some chick that was just sitting alone, pulled her ass. And then there was another girl on South Beach, big fat, big booty girl, jumped in her car. She drove me to my little Airbnb, got her ass too. But that's when I stopped. I went back to my old ways, because I'm like, they shit ain't working. You feel me? Like, I'm talking to all these women. I swear it was like thousands, bro. I was going out every day. I was talking to hundreds of girls. No results, no results, no results, no results, no text backs, no nothing, no meetups, no nothing, bro. Just nothing, bro. So imagine that. Imagine being playboy, high school, college. Then you get out of college. Now you start watching some YouTube shit. You find one of these little dating coaches, and then you go to nothing. You go to clean, because they was teaching you to be, basically put the girl on the pedestal. Basically chase her, like overly invest in her, overly put in stuff. Go for kisses, spin her around. Talk fast, talk a lot. All this bullshit that did not fucking work. Then after that, when I was like, I think I getting into the car business or whatever the case is, then I stumbled upon AMS, started listening to his content. Then that's when I started falling in love with the idea of rotation, because I always had a main chick. So that's when I started falling into the idea of rotations, and I was like, damn, that's some good shit right there. You feel me? So, you know what I mean? That's how it kind of played out for me. And that's over the course of years and stuff like that. But I'm gonna be honest, from my perspective, the way that the life played out for me, when I was lover boy, when I was the good guy, when I was the Captain Save-A-Ho, when I was Superman, when I was Spider-Man, whatever the case is, when I was the good guy of the story, when it comes to women, I'm still a good guy, right? I'm not beating women. I'm not holding women against their will. I'm not raping. I'm not I'm not robbing banks. I'm not shooting up people. I'm not doing no gang shit. So I'm still a good guy. But what I mean by like good guy versus villain is like doing what the media tells you. You get what I'm trying to say? Properly court her, put her, make sure she feels heard, understand her emotions, you know what I mean? Happy wife, happy life, all that bullshit. Hell to the fuck no. I never had a girl obsessed with me. Never. When I played that game, never had a girl obsessed with me. Now I'm on demon time. Think about this shit. My main chick just, she in Minnesota right now, found a letter of another girl. Think about this shit. Left in Minnesota, but begged me to make her stay. She begged me to make her stay. She still is not done with me. She still texting me. She's texting me. I looked because the phone that I have right now is on her phone plan. It's like a line that she added to her line for my second phone. I got 2 phones. So for my second phone, one of them is on her thing. But my second phone I use for my business, but I also use to like talk to girls and shit too. So she's looking at my call log, and she's seeing who I'm talking to, because you gotta understand, she found a letter, so the girl's name is on the letter. She found the girl's social media. Then she knows the girl's number, because she's tying it up, because she's looking at the call logs. She's tying it up with when I was in Dallas and shit. So she's like, oh, this must be the number. So now she's looking at the call logs, and she's like, I can see that you've been talking to your mistress and blah, blah, blah. She's texting me stuff like this. I can see that you've been talking to your mistress. She's like, when you're serious about me, come to Minnesota and come get me. You know what I mean? Like basically telling me that like, I know you still fucking with that mistress bitch, this and this and this, but I'm still here for you. So when you're ready to come get me, which I probably won't because I told her ass to come down to Florida. But whatever, it is what it is. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. When you are on, even though this dude is making fun of the CLG, making fun of me, whatever case is, it is what it is. When you are on demon time, even though I'm not as extreme as him, like I'm not fucking hurt or nothing like that. Like I'm not trying to break girls' souls and stuff like that. Like I'm not trying to fuck a girl and then ghost her just to fuck with her for no reason. Like hell no. Like if I ghost a girl after I fuck her, it's because she's just a horrible person. I don't even want her in my rotation. You know what I mean? Like outside of sex, like she's not a good person. But most girls, I actually like them. Like I don't fall in love no more, but I like them. So the girls that I like I just keep them in rotation. You get what I'm trying to say? Because they're not really built for a main chick. You know what I mean? They bro, I put this on everything. Their past disqualifies them from being built for a main chick. But they smell good, pussy clean, big old fat ass. They my type. You know what I mean? Submissive in the bedroom, all that type shit. But I know that the way that they move and operate, they're not built to be a main chick. You get what I'm trying to say? Main chicks, they don't come around often. They're very difficult to find, at least from my perspective. Especially in this new age. You feel me? Last thing I want to do is wife a thought. Or wife a girl that, and I don't even believe in wifing them anyways, but what I mean by it is make a main chick a girl that doesn't deserve it. You understand where I'm coming from? So the majority of these girls aren't built for main chick status. The majority of these girls are built for a rotation chick. Now that guy on that thing was very extreme. He told me, I just hook up with girls and ghost them because I want to hurt them and stuff like that. Yeah, he on real. He's actually a demon. You feel me? You know what I mean? I might be considered a bad guy to most girls. It was a text thread that I posted in the CLG community where some girl found my YouTube channel that I was trying to crack. Probably won't be able to crack her. Probably will. You never know. Drip campaign. You never know, bro. You know, she might come to her senses and still let me crack that little coochie. You know what I mean? I could have cracked her the night I met her, but my stomach was fucked up. Like I went to the bar, I ate food, and then I drank some tequila, and my stomach was just fucking turning. So like I didn't have the energy. Like she was leaving to get up, and she was by herself, and I could have just followed her out, but my stomach was so hurt that like I was like, damn, I can't even fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I won't even be able to make no moves. Like, my stomach was destroyed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was fucked up. I don't know what the fuck happened that night. But instead, like, the vibe was so strong, so instead I got her number. But then she's like, I looked up your YouTube channel, and I don't want to see you. This is bullshit. The fucking text thread is in the fucking CLG. See, this the shit I do for y'all. You see this shit? Motherfucking, motherfucking fumbling pussy out here giving you niggas that real, raw, uncut truth. But it is what it is, man. I don't really give a fuck. I get enough pussy. One bitch here or there ain't gonna fucking hurt me. But yeah, man, back to old boy. Yeah, he a little bit extreme with it. Obviously, you know what I mean? I don't even teach that shit. I don't even teach guys to just fuck a bitch, ghost her and shit like that. I teach guys, you know what I mean? Just categorize women better. You know what I mean? The last thing you want to do is put a rotation bitch as a main bitch. She can and will destroy your life. You know what I mean? Over time. You feel me? And the reason I tell guys is to be careful on how they categorize women is because I'm a long-term thinker, right? So I will actually risk short-term gratification for long-term satisfaction. Like, I'm not the guy that, like, even when I came to YouTube, I'm not the guy that's trying to do viral clips, or I'm not the guy that's trying to go viral or trying to, you know, do stuff like that just to get the views, just to get a quick spike and just to get people. Like, I'm not built like that. You know what I mean? I'm more of a long-term thinker. I'm a long play type of guy. Like, I'm always thinking 10, 15, 20 years down the line. So the way that I try to teach the guys in the community is just like, hey, man, rotation. That's the way to go. You know what I mean? Like, if you rocking with a girl, you feeling her, whatever the case is, and she's not necessarily built for a main chick, don't try to turn her into a main chick, because what ends up happening is that girl, she's cool right now, but you already see the tendencies and you already see the red flags. They will come to bite you in the ass later down the road. You feel me? Like, for example, Like, we've had stories of girls, like, destroying guys in court, taking their kids, using their kids against them. I had a homeboy that I go to the gym with. He tried to turn a rotation chick to his main chick. She took his kid. She's trying to get him fucked up through the court, all types of stuff. My main chick, she doesn't even want money. Like, she said, like, basically she telling me, she's like, if we don't work out, I don't want no money. You don't got to do nothing. Just understand that I'm going to take care of the kids. I'm not going to date nobody else. Like, this is what she telling me. Now, she could be lying, but you got to understand, like, she wasn't on dick when she was single. Like, you know what I mean? She wasn't chasing dick when she was single. So it's like, she just, even though she hate my guts right now, she not on that type of time. Like, you understand where I'm coming from? Like, her respect for me is high because of the way I operate, the way I move. Even though my mom said it best. My mom said, I'm going to tell you the truth about us. My mom said, I'm going to tell you the truth about us. Us as girls, we have a lot of options, especially when we're younger. And we know that we can pick the safe guy. Like, we know who a safe guy is. But the safe guy is usually not the most attractive to us because he's too safe. Like, he's boring. He doesn't arouse us. He doesn't turn us on. So what we do instead as women is we choose the guy who's not safe, who's a little bad, and then we try to change him. So then I told my mom, I said, yes, I understand what you're saying, but I said, tell me how that makes any logical sense. I said, Mom, check this out. If I dated a hoe, which I did when I was younger, and I tried to turn her into a housewife, which you told me not to do. You said, Jay, don't turn this one. And I did that, and I got my heart broke, whatever the case is, because I didn't know. I was ignorant. I was new to girls, you know what I mean? I just knew she was extremely attractive. She turned me on, and I really wanted her. I did everything to get her. Come to find out, she's sleeping with a 25-year-old guy. We only like 13, 14 years old, whatever the case is. And then the second girl loved her too much, ran her ass away too. Lover boy. So then I say to my mom, I say, if I was to choose a hoe, and this hoe was to fuck my life up, whatever the case is, do me dirty, whatever, you know, fuck my best friends, just because, you know, hoes, they don't give a fuck. You know, the way hoes operate, like me personally, I've had so many opportunities for my main chick to fuck her friends and the hot ones too. Like girls that if they wasn't her friend, I would have fucked. And I turned it down every fucking time. Because I have a code. Like I know I might come off, oh, cheating ass nigga, whatever. At least I got a code. You feel me? She know I got a code. I've told my main chick, I say, at least I don't touch your friends. I've told my main chick that shit. You know what I mean? At least I don't keep it. Because I be telling her friend, I be like, you know I can crack her, right? You know I can crack them. She's like, you probably could, but I say, but that ain't my nature. You feel me? Like that's against my code. I won't crack my homeboy girl. I won't crack I won't crack nobody that I'm cool with. I'm not cracking it. I'm not doing it. You feel me? If I'm really cool with them, I'm not cracking the girl. Like, you know what I mean? Even if she throwing it, even if she giving me signs, whatever the case is. And usually what happens is the more time a girl spends with me, the more she likes me. 9 times out of 10. The more time a girl is around my energy, the more she likes me. Maybe she might have first seen me and I wasn't her cup of tea. But especially I noticed this in college and high school, and they said that. It's like, you know, when I first met you, I didn't know about you, but you grew on me and shit. Whatever the fuck that means. Because they'll be like, I never dated a black guy, or I never, you know what I mean? But you're different. Yeah, motherfucker, because I don't give a fuck about you. You feel me? I'm not pandering to you. I'm not putting you on a pedestal. I'm giving you everything that you say that you don't want, but you can't stop craving. And I'm also fucking girls around the school. And you probably know one of those girls that I fucked. You get what I'm trying to say? And she might even be talking shit about me. All he's going to do is fuck you and leave you and da-da-da. And she might hear that story and be like, well, I'm different. He might fuck me and try to stay. You never know. Let me try. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, you don't know what's in their fucking minds. They crazy. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, they don't think logically. And that's what I was trying to tell my mom. I'm like, tell me how that makes any logical sense. You avoid the safe guy because he's boring. You go for the bad boy because he arouses you. But then you try to change the bad boy to be the safe guy. But I didn't say this to my mom. But guess what? Once the bad boy becomes the safe boy, she loses respect for him because she could change him. Really think that shit through. I know this is deep. It's gonna hurt some of you guys' brains. Really think that shit through. This is the fucking battle that you gotta deal with, the modern day woman. It is sad, but it is fucking true. They don't want the guy that's already raised right, programmed. He's programmed by TV because it's against the man. It's against the man's nature to be monogamous. I don't know a fucking man alive that wants to be fucking monogamous. I don't know. Really. The only men that really truly want to be monogamous and they stick to their guns is the men that have been programmed so deeply that they believe it's their identity. Or they're lying. Some men lie. Some men act like they want monogamy. They're some lying pieces of shit. And some men are really good liars. You'll see like some white dude, professional, dressed up, and he'll get in front of TV. He'll get in front of everybody. And everybody will think this dude is monogamous. This motherfucker fucking strippers on the side, got hoes on the side, got everything. I done found out for some niggas that they was cheating. And they would lie to me. And I was their homeboy. You feel me? Like, I done found out from some people, they got caught cheating. I be like, damn, nigga, you tricked me. Like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, you good. You a great liar. God damn. I thought that you was motherfucking really actually faithful. You was lying to me, motherfucker. God, and I'm your nigga. Like, you know I ain't gonna tell nobody. You feel me? You know I ain't gonna say shit. And you told me you was faithful. And your ass was out here cheating. So some guys just flat out lie. I think it's a very small percentage of guys who say they're monogamous and actually stand on it. I don't know the percentage. I don't believe no fucking studies. I don't believe no fucking statistical test. I don't believe none of that shit. I don't believe none of them fucking stats. I don't believe the stats about the girls who say they cheat. They talking about now they're saying that it's 50-50 that women cheat just as much as men. I don't believe none of that shit. Women will take that shit to their fucking grave. I don't believe shit. None of them statistic shits. I don't believe nothing. All I believe is the motherfucking field. That's all I believe. I believe the field, goddammit. I don't believe none of that shit because I don't know how the fuck they getting that information. What, you gonna ask the bitch? Have you ever cheated on your husband? No. Okay, we believe you. The fuck? I never seen a fucking survey. I don't believe none of that bullshit. All I believe is the motherfucking field and what women respond to. And I know this dude was talking shit, making fun, making whatever the case is. But at the end of the day, I'm going off of what bitches respond to. You know what I mean? I'm going off of what they respond to. Forget the jokes. Forget all of that. Motherfucker, I already got a man. Well, we don't know. We'll see how this play out. And guess what? I told her straight up. She's like, why don't you just be with your mistress? She texted me, why don't you just be with your mistress? I'm like, bro. I say, bro, if me and you don't work out, motherfucker, I'm for the streets, nigga. I ain't finna be in no fucking relationship. She's like, I can tell with the call logs that you decided to be with the mistress. Your mistress. Bitch, that ain't my motherfucking mistress, nigga. I'm for the streets, nigga. What the fuck? The fuck, nigga? If me and you don't work out, bitch, I'm rotation. Motherfucker, till I die. And then I said, and bitch, even if we don't work out, you still belong to me till you die. And she knows that's true. If me and my main bitch don't work out, she will be my rotation chick. Every time I go to see my kids, I'm cracking that pussy. I don't give a fuck. She's not getting another man. Motherfucker, she better not get another man. That motherfucker gonna have to wait outside while I'm cracking cracking this bitch. That really is actually my bitch. You get what I'm trying to say? He don't want to put through that. You know what I mean? He don't want to go through that goddamn suffering and pain. He probably got to go to work. You know what I mean? He got to go to work. I stop by to see the kids. Trust me. Trust me. It's always, when you a man, it's always going to play out in your favor. Trust me. I got money. I can afford whatever the fuck I want. I'm not whatever I want. I'm not rich like that. But I'm trying to say, like, I can get my own apartment, get my own car. I can afford plane tickets. I can fly in and out of town. Either way, it's going to play in my favor. However it play out, it's going to play in my favor. Whether we don't end up together, she's still going to be my rotation bitch. You get what I'm trying to say? Still gonna have to go see them goddamn kids. Still gonna have to holler at their mama real quick. You feel me? Still, hey man, I'm gonna have to talk to your mama in another room real quick. You know what I mean? Her body can't resist. She can talk as much shit as she want to talk. Body can't resist. The body can't resist arousal. They love a nigga they can't change. Oh, they want to try. Think about it. Think about what I just said. They have a bunch of options. Most of the options that they have are good boys. But those good boys are boring. So what they do instead is they get the bad boy and they try to change the bad boy. But once they actually are successful at changing the bad boy, they lose respect for the bad boy and they want to find somebody else. Now their eyes are open. Meaning, while they're in a relationship with you, they're going to keep scanning. There's a video of a guy confronting his wife. Why does she have a Tinder profile? And she cussed him out. I'll talk to you later when the kids are sleeping. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not talking to you about this because I'm not happy and I'm not happy with you. And then he said, now the kids are asleep. He filmed it. Now he's a feminine man. You can tell, how he was acting on the camera. That's why she was looking for a masculine man. But he filmed her and she basically said, well, I don't know. I'm not feeling you and, I don't want to necessarily leave without another option. And then, maybe one of the Tinder guys, they might not be a good option. So, yeah. The Tinder guys that you like, yeah, they might crack you. You might like them because they portray masculine traits. They might crack you and then throw your ass back to the streets and ghost your ass afterwards like old boy on that goddamn video. And then now you fucking in limbo and now you got to stick with your husband that you don't love because you want the security, the protection, the emotional stability, but you don't love the guy because he's feminine and you have no respect for him. You get what I'm trying to say? So even guys that want to play the Captain Save-A-Ho role or the guys that want to play the lover boy role, a lot of the times you can't truly satisfy your woman with that role because she doesn't actually want that. She doesn't even want what she says she wants. She doesn't even know what she wants. That is the game that you're playing. You're playing a game of trying to please somebody that can't be pleased. That's why the best way to play the game is not even play the game, is not even play her game, is to play your game by your rules. Does that make sense? If you play her game, by default, you lose. If you play your game by your rules, by default, you can't lose. Because if it ain't your way, it's no motherfucking way. If you do everything on your terms, which is actually more attractive to women, the stuff, fuck what they say. They say that they like all this bullshit that they don't like. What they really like is selfish men. They like masculine men. They like men who move to the beat of their own drum. They like men who can make things happen, move things forward. They like the man who can fucking, who they feel is capable. And what I mean is capability is capable of violence. Not a violent man. They want to know that he's capable of it. This is why if you're ever chilling with a girl and she's getting on your fucking nerves and you snap a little bit and she sees darkness in your eyes, you think that she's getting scared, like she's scared of you. But in actuality, you're actually turning her on. I've snapped on a girl before because she was getting on my fucking nerves, and I gave her that look that I usually only give to men that I'm about to whoop their ass. I'll never beat a girl's ass. But sometimes girls get on my fucking nerves so much, I be like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Like, I get on their ass like that, and they will say, that was so fucking hot. After I done tore that pussy up and all that shit like that, they want to know that you're capable. You feel me? Because they're the weaker fucking gender. So because they're the weaker gender, they want to align with somebody who is actually capable. And what capable means is capable of violence if it came down to it. If back was against the wall, they don't want the man that starts hollering, screaming, and yelling louder than her. Honey, what are we gonna do? They want the man that's going to take action, even if his life is on the line. Even if he knows the outcome could be death. And trust me, that is easier said than done. Trust me. That is a rare man in today's world. Now, back in the day, those men were actually common. Back in the day, those men were a lot more capable than the men of today. The stuff men used to do back in the day, they were a lot more capable than the men of today's time. And if you want to know that, they're in the CLG community, me and my dad do interviews. My dad risked his life every day that he was not in jail. When he was in America, his life was at risk every day. To be honest, my dad probably would have died if he didn't go to jail or prison for 14 years. Which was supposed to be a life sentence, but he got helped out. Obviously, you can watch the documentary, or you can watch the interviews that in the CLG community. But at the end of the day, he took risks. And the risk he took, right, that gangster life, those risks, they come with a very short lifespan. Very short lifespan. Those lifespans don't last long. It's because once blood is shed, it never ends. You know, somebody kills somebody on this side, it's war. And you already know how war is. Wars don't never end, bro. Like, do they ever actually really ever end? I guarantee you Iran is still mad at the U.S. still to this day. They still killing us still to this day. It probably won't never fucking end. That won't never end. People be like, oh, Iran is beheading Americans over there. That shit ain't never gonna fucking end. Once blood is spilled, that shit, it will never end. Trust me. You can say what you want to say, whether it's war with countries or war in the hood. Once blood is spilled, they talking about these Chicago murders. That shit ain't finna end. It's a new person born every day, and it's a new person taken out every day, and it's a new person ready to get revenge every day. You understand? Every life that you've taken, they have friends. They have a network of people tied to them, whether it's family or friends. They have a network of people tied to them, whether it's family or friends. That's why the best thing to do is not to spill blood to begin with, unless you have to. Unless you feel like your back is against the wall. But you also have to understand, once that decision is made, you have to always look over your shoulder. You see those interviews with Sammy the Bull? You feel me? Yeah, he can talk cool now and sound like he okay in front of an interview on Vlad TV. But you don't know what was going on through that man's head when he was trying to break from the mafia and had to look over his shoulder every 2 seconds. He had to buy houses. He said, I always had to buy houses to make sure there was no like back doors. I would always wake up in the middle of the night, you know, checking the windows, checking everything. That's a weird way to live. You feel me? You know what those guys capable of. You know what that life consists of. You know what I mean? That's a crazy way to live. Always checking to see if somebody's trying to take your life. Now, some people, you know, in that life, they'll go through probably a couple years of paranoia, whatever the case is, and then they'll get to a point where they just basically like, they're not killing themselves, but like they get to a point, they're not suicidal, but they get to a point where they just like, bro, I'm just not gonna keep living life scared, and then that's when they die. You know what I mean? They'll go outside or whatever the case is, and people be like, damn, man, you ain't gonna be like, you just outside, he's like, man, at this point, man, it is what it is. You know what I mean? At this point, I ain't gonna live life scared no more. You know what I mean? If they take me out, that's when they die. You know what I mean? Griselda, that's what happened to Griselda. You know what I mean? She killed a lot of people, a lot of Colombians. And, you know, she went back to Colombia. And she just said, I'm not going to be scared. I'm going to go to the grocery store. I'm going to do everything. I'm going to just live life. If they take me out, they take me out. And that's what they did. They caught her outside that meat market. They killed her how she used to have guys killed. You know, off the back of the motorcycle, 2 to the head, whatever her execution style was, her hitman used to do. They did it right to her outside that meat stack. And she was an old lady. She wasn't even young. She was, that life was years ago for her. But they did it to her. So you got to understand, like, going that route, you got to understand what comes with it. You know what I mean? You also got to understand, you know, going the CLG route, you got to understand what comes with that. You know what I mean? Knowing this information, you got to understand what comes with that. Yes, ignorance is bliss. You know what I mean? If you like the ignorance and you like the bliss and you like all of that, you know what I mean? You know, this channel might not be for you. If you like not knowing, you know what I mean? Go to the other channels. You know what I mean? Go to the other channels that's going to tell you what you need to hear. That's going to tell you that, you know, every girl is capable. Body count doesn't matter. Nothing matters. You know what I mean? You know, married women don't care about the divorce. That don't listen to none of that stuff. You know, just do your thing and take your own risks. Most of you guys don't have enough money to lose any goddamn way. Motherfucker take half of your money. I mean, shit, it ain't much to fucking take. You know what I mean? She ain't gonna get much fucking with you any goddamn way. There was a line that on the Central C song, Dave and Central C. The dude said, he said, you said that she was a gold digger. How could she be if she dated you? You know what I mean? Like, you said that girl's a gold digger, but how could she be if she dated you? Meaning that, like, you ain't got no fucking money, nigga. How she a gold digger? Like, what the fuck? That don't make no fucking sense. What she gonna get? Lint? Go to court, get some lint out your pocket? What she gonna get? You know what I mean? She ain't gonna get shit. You know what I mean? You don't have no money like that. So, I know I went on a little bit rant. You know how my videos get. But, yeah, man, at the end of the day, bro, you can choose to be the good boy. You can choose to be the villain. You know what I mean? I guess I chose to be the villain, even though I don't think I'm the villain. I'm giving girls what they want. I'm giving girls what they crave. And I'm also living the life that I want. Because that's how it's intended to be. I think I come off as the villain is because it's so different from mainstream. But I just think mainstream just got it wrong. You know what I mean? I think mainstream is just got it wrong. Whether they did it on purpose or whether they accidentally did it. Who knows? But I just think they just got it wrong. They just don't understand women. And here's the thing. The majority of people don't. So you can't blame mainstream for it. It's just sometimes the wrong person gets in power. They don't know what the fuck they talking about. It is what it is. It is what the fuck it is. Because it's hard to see. Because women lie. And some people say women lie intentionally. Some people say women lie accidentally. Here's what I would say. I don't care if it's intentional or accidental. What I mean by that is women might actually think that they want the good guy until they get it and they like, I hate this. You get what I'm trying to say? It might be unintentional. I don't give a fuck. All I know is it's a lie. I don't give a fuck if it was intentional or accidental. Women tell guys to become the men that they will never date. If you ever take a woman's advice, or if you ever take... Somebody also said this. They said women raise the men that they would never date. Like a single mom, she will raise the man that she would never date. Like, really think that shit through. Really think that shit through. Like, really sit down and understand that shit. So, the best way to do it is don't play her game. Just trust me on this. Don't even try to play her game. Whatever she tries to take you in her world, you stay in your lane. You play your game. And you play your game to the best of your ability, and you bring her along for the ride. Do not jump in her car. She needs to jump in your car. And you have full control of the destination. But she can get out of your car anytime she feels like it. She's not held hostage. But if you're fucking with me, we're going on a ride. We're going to where I want to fucking go. If you're rocking with me, we're going to where I want to fucking go. Not where you want to fucking go. Because there are a lot of feminine men. They will jump in the car with the woman just to realize this bitch done took so many fucking turns. You're really just going in a big circle. If you ride with the bitch, you driving in a huge circle. There's no guidance. Trust me, it will be a big ass circle, until she crashes it off the road, and she will leave your ass stranded, hurt. And guess what? She will fucking get out of the wreck without a fucking scratch. She might have a little scuff on her arm or some shit like that. Think about it. She will crash the fucking car. You done rode around in circles all day, so all you did was waste your fucking time. And when the car blows up and shit like that, you fucking halfway crippled damn near. You gotta recover. You gotta fix your bones. Gotta have cast, full body cast. This motherfucker get out without a scratch. Get out without a fucking scratch. And go jump into somebody else's car. Because she always wanted to jump in somebody else's car to begin with. Your dumb ass jumped in her car. So don't be that guy. And if you don't want to be that guy, jump into the COG community. 7-day free trial. All of my work is in there. I don't split my work up. And discounts. I'm trying to get together a live event. Obviously, the COG members will get bigger discounts than the people who aren't COG. And that live event, I want it to be lit. You feel me? You get the right people. You get them all in the right room. And you guys are all going after the right goals. There's going to be a lot of learning that can happen there. And there's going to be a lot of growth. And there's going to be a lot of milestones and barriers that people are going to be able to break. And they're going to be able to take that back to wherever their city is, wherever their town is. And they're going to be able to keep continuing to perform. So that's just what it is, man. Like I said, my goal is not even to make money. My goal was to make sure men become elite. And I will not stop until I do that or help with that or begin that movement. So jump into the COG community. A lot of good guys in there, a lot of talented guys in there. And I can't wait to see you guys inside. And with that being said, I'm out. Peace.